from Foxborough. This is with the wind. Tate fielding at the 4. Got a good block from Sammy Morris, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 26-yard line. So here comes Tom Brady. Won 106 games in his brilliant NFL regular season career. And how about the numbers this year? Completing 2 out of every 3 passes, 23 touchdowns, only 4 interceptions. Chess match begins. Empty backfield. Brady throws. Welker catches. Gain of 8. Tackle by Brodney Poole.
Oh, right away, it's a no-back set. Tom Brady uses a dummy snap count. He manages the protection. He finds his favorite guy, Wes Welker. Remember, Jaws, up here last year, he had 15 catches, and many of his grabs are those type of variety, short, intermediate cuts. Good start for New England.
Second and 2. Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis with an opening. Bowls forward to the 46-yard line. First down gain of a dozen, Jaws.
Well, they're just going to come off the right side. Take a look at Algie Crumpler, the tight end in the backfield. Just a counter play off the weak side. Well blocked. Veteran offensive line. Logan Mankins back at left guard. That's a big hit against this Jet defense. They don't give up many yards rushing.
Hybrid is that the hybrid tight end, Algie Crumpler. Big block.
Back to Green Ellis, the running back. Take it to midfield. Gain of 4 there. Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis in his 3rd year out of Ole Miss joins Danny Woodhead, the ex-Jet, as the running attack. Rob Gronkowski, the rookie, has come on to the tight end here over the last month or so. Wes Welker, Deion Branch, you'll see plenty of them tonight. John alluded to the offensive line. Ever present in the Brady era, Matt Light at left tackle, Dan Copen at center, and Dan Connolly's now the right guard. Stephen Neal is out for the year on injured reserve with a shoulder injury. Sammy Morris joins Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis in the backfield for 2nd and 6. And a whistle. His play is killed. Scott Green, referee in the Super Bowl last year, with his first call of the night. And our first conversation of the night.
There's no foul on the play. We will reset. 2nd down.
All right, let's show the Jets defense on the do-over from the playgrounds of New York. Giving up 17 points a game, the Jets. Their longest tenured Jet is Sean Ellis up front. The linebacking core for them. David Harris, big-time linebacker inside. You don't see Jason Taylor pictured. He's in pass rush situations. Big injury for the Jets. They've got Revis and Cromartie on the corners, but Eric Smith is the starting safety. Jim Leonard, who calls all the signals back there, broke his leg in practice Friday. Out for the year. Danny Woodhead, shotgun run, first down. The ex-Jet got 7. Smith tackled him.
That's impressive. Here's Danny Woodhead on a one-back power play. You're going to see this blocking scheme several times. Once again, it's Logan Mankins, Pro Bowl left guard, leading Woodhead to daylight. Excellent job by Mankins in the hole. How about Woodhead moving the pile? You said he's 5'8". I think he's 5'6". This guy plays huge for New England. There's Ivan Fears, his running back coach. One of the great stories in the NFL this year, Danny Woodhead.
I'm with you on that. I'm 5'7", and he's not. I was talking to him the other day in the hallway. Green Ellis is the back. It's first down. Play action. Brady. Branch. Deion past Cromartie. First down at the 23. And a gain of 20.
So often we talk about the chemistry between a quarterback and a wide receiver. Tom Brady has a great esprit de corps with Deion Branch. You'll see the play action fake. He looks inside to Wes Welker. It's not there. He comes back outside to Branch. Branch working hard on the route against Cromartie. I love the stick to the inside, creates some separation, comes back to the football. These two guys, Brady and Branch, they love working together.
At the 23, obviously a mistake there, and Brady just throws it away, incomplete. He and Green Ellis went in opposite directions. The Jets want a flag for intentional grounding on his throw.
And you go back to that last play. One of the big things you got to keep an eye on tonight, Ron, is blitz pickup. And on that 1st and 10 play just a second ago, Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis laid to Wood to Rodney Poole, a blitzing safety of the Jets. Blitz pickup be a key story in this game.
And you've been telling us that all week, John. Not just Green Ellis, but Woodhead, the smaller guy. Will he be able to stand in there when the Jets come? 2nd and 10. It's a play action. Brady. Branch incomplete. On the ground. Incomplete. Cromartie covering Branch here to start tonight.
Yeah. Although incomplete, Tom Brady puts the ball only where Branch can get it. Down, low, and away from Cromartie, closing on the football. Branch just could not come up with the catch. Squeezes through his arms.
It's these 3rd and extra long situations where the Patriot offense has really struggled, like most teams in the league. But when you play the Jets, you better expect a wide variety of pressure.
This is their disaster down, as they call it.
Jason Taylor in, 99. Rushing from Brady's left. Here's the extra pressure, and Brady's pass is incomplete. Trevor Price came in and forced Brady to get rid of it. And we'll see a field goal attempt into the wind here for New England.
It was also Dwight Lowry, a corner, coming on the blitz as well. And the one thing about the Jets, they will bring 3rd-level defenders.
This is a hard kick into the wind. Shane Graham is signed. It's his 4th game kicking for the Patriots after Steven Gostkowski went on IR with a thigh injury. 41-yarder. Into the wind and pushed over to the left, but through for 3. Good opening 8-play drive puts the Patriots on the board first in this showdown atop the AFC. An 8-play drive, although the last 3 were incomplete passes by Brady, still gets an opening field goal against the Jets. This guy, as John told you in Monday Night Countdown, is somebody you have to watch. Brad Smith leads the NFL in kickoff return average, 29.2, had the big touchdown in the Jets' Thanksgiving night win at home over Cincinnati. And he's standing near the 10. Shane Graham's kicking into the wind as it goes right to left. And he hit a pretty good one. Smith from the 2. Stiff arm to give him space. Got a nice block, too. And escorted out of the 26 by the starting cornerback, Devin McCourty. Mark Sanchez and the Jets. More offense on the field. On the other side of this. So the chess game begins on the sideline. Tom Brady looking at the pictures of what Rex Ryan and the Jets defense were doing. To be continued. Now the stage belongs to Mark Sanchez and the Jets offense against one of the poorest defenses statistically in the NFL. From the 26, Sanchez hit as he throws. Incomplete. Intended for Santonio Holmes. Gerard Warren with the pressure on Sanchez. So Mark Sanchez, who's thrown as many passes as he did last year, now one more with that pass here. You can see he has cut down significantly on the interceptions through 3/4 of the season, taking better care of the ball, and has the Jets in a no-huddle to start. And LaDainian Tomlinson running for 4 yards. It'll be 3rd and 6.
thing I like about Mark Sanchez this year is he's taking much better care of the football. The Jets are winning games because of their quarterback, not in spite of their quarterback. But how he weathers this early storm and this crowd noise is going to be a big part of this game.
I like the up-tempo style of offense by the Jets right now. Do not allow the Patriots to sub.
Patriots 5 DBs. Sanchez reloads for Jericho. Cotchery caught for the first down at the 37-yard line. Cotchery missed the last 2 games with a groin injury. Back in the lineup tonight.
Well, John was just talking about the improvement of Mark Sanchez. Here's the mobility within the pocket. Vince Wilfork up the middle. Nice movement to find the passing lane and throw the ball to Cotchery on the outside.
Tomlinson runs inside for a couple of yards. Gary Guyton in there on the tackle. It's Brian Schottenheimer. He'll call the offense for the Jets, son of terrific NFL head coach Marty Schottenheimer. And he'll be matching wits with Bill Belichick. Bill is the defensive coordinator on this New England team, spending a lot of time with this defense throughout the year. Very young group. Not a lot of household names. Hoping they're ready for the final quarter of the season. 2nd and 7. Dustin Keller, the tight end, who had a great game in the first game against the Pats. Right near the first down in front of James Sanders.
And Mark Sanchez loves this no-huddle offense. He wants to attack the defense. Instead of him being attacked, he loves to get up and get going.
Like right there on 3rd and short, trying to find a bubble with Vince Wilfork on the nose. It'll be close to the first down.
Well, you talk about a big-time matchup. Vince Wilfork on the nose at 325, and Nick Mangold, the center for the Jets. Those 2 guys are going to go at it all night long. You'll see Sanchez move to his left behind Matt Sloss and bury his head down there. Good movement by the Jets offensive line. Now Mangold, this guy is a beast. Arguably the best center in the NFL. They create a little seam there along with Slauson for Sanchez to get in behind. Let's see if they picked it up.
They're short, Josh. They're going to be short. The Jets are trying to catch him quick. Didn't. And what will Rex Ryan do? Decision 1 of the night. Let's go. Challenge flag. Very interesting. Very interesting. You better be right here to burn a challenge for a spot on the first drive of the game. 6 minutes, 25 seconds in.
New York is challenging, ruling on the field of the spot.
It goes against the percentages of what you'd like to do with your challenges. Timeout. Jets are challenging the spot here on a 3rd and 1. Go quick quarterback sneak by Mark Sanchez. What you're going to see is Sanchez trying to get the second effort. He needed to get to the 47-yard line. The ball's marked at the 46. Let's give you this one look. This is from the opposite side of the field. Now, you're looking at the 46. No, he has to get to the 47 with the knee down. Here's Scott Green, the referee, with the verdict.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands. It's 4th down. New York is charged with a timeout.
And now here you are for the rest of the night. You only have one more challenge. You're not going to earn a 3rd, and you use it on the first series there to try to get it on 4th down.
Well, I can see if you're going to punt the football, but if you're going to go for it, why challenge it? Wayne Hunter's in the game, the extra offensive lineman, and I would not be surprised if Sanchez pulls a bootleg. They ripped New England in the first round with naked bootlegs in these types of situations.
Will they try to draw him off? No, they'll run the play. They'll run Sean Green and get the first down left side at the 48-yard line. And to your point, John, if you're going to go for it, you burn a challenge there unnecessarily.
Yeah, well, you got to admire the guts of Rex Ryan. This is reverse pivot, inside blast play. You see Richardson, the fullback, number 49, leading a big back to daylight. Gutsy call.
Courageous call. You gotta love that style.
First down. Jets' first drive continues. LT dancing for a first down. LaDainian Tomlinson into Patriots territory through Darius Butler's missed tackle.
I love this no-huddle idea to start the game. The Jets are attacking Bill Belichick and this young Patriot defense. Just a one-back power play again. Slauson at lead guard, and you don't think Tomlinson wants a piece of the Patriots, do you?
After a gain of 14, Sanchez for Tomlinson, deflected. Gerard Mayo couldn't come up with the interception. Gary Guyton had the coverage on the back.
Yeah, Gary Guyton, and very good coverage on Tomlinson out of the backfield. And that one got a little bit away from Mark Sanchez. Almost intercepted. You'll see Sanchez here. Ball not a tight spiral. Tomlinson cannot gather that one in. Almost picked off. You'll see Guyton right on him.
Jets huddled for the first time. Brad Smith in the game for New York. Tomlinson up the middle for 3 to the 35. You mentioned LT wants a piece of the Patriots. You go back over the frustrations for Tomlinson against San Diego in the playoffs, being eliminated by the Pats a couple of times. His running average per carry has dipped over the last 5 games, but still has outperformed last year already. Third and 7, Sanchez with Woolfolk coming in. Had to get rid of it, and it's incomplete. Vince Woolfolk came free from here. A field goal would be 53 yards.
Well, that was pressure by Woolfolk, but it was a coverage, not necessarily sack, but it allowed Woolfolk to get the pressure on Sanchez. Outstanding coverage in the secondary by a much maligned Patriots secondary.
Of late, Nick Folk has struggled. And you see what he did pregame. This is with the wind. Folk has missed 5 of his last 10. The Jets brought in another kicker this week just to check him out. Put a little pressure on Folk. From 53. No chance. Wide left. No good. Forget wide left. He missed the net. Never mind the goalpost. Confidence low in the Jets field goal game right now. Second drive for the Patriots. First one started at the 25, ended in a field goal. New England into a biting, stiff wind, leading 3-0. Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis carries to the 46-yard line. Mark Sanchez hit hard on that last play. It was a third down pass rush pressure by Vince Woolfolk.
Well, it was an ET stunt. He ended the tackle, and they didn't pick it up. They're concerned about Sanchez.
Ooh, see, as they were talking to him over there, reacted. So Bill Belichick overworking with his defense. They got the pressure and forced a long field goal miss. And the Jets medical staff keeps an eye on Sanchez. Brady to throw. Time for Deion Branch. Wants a flag on Cromartie. Not going to get it. Felt Cromartie held him as he broke free.
Well, it's a protection boot. They're going to full protect Tom Brady and let him escape and work Branch on a double move against Cromartie.
Yeah, Tom's not happy there. He had a touchdown. Just missed that one. The double move was very effective against Cromartie. The maximum protection afforded Tom the time to let that develop.
6 DBs. This is the Jets pressure down. 3rd and long. They rush 3. Still they flush Brady, who finds Welker. First down at the 40. Gain of 17 for Tom and Wes.
Well, that time the Jets came with a 3-man rush. But this is when Brady is at his best. Buying a little time, the pocket mobility, avoiding the rush of Jason Taylor, and finding receivers open downfield. You'll see a little cluster. Now comes back inside, and look at Welker break back to the inside, find the void in the defense, and Brady threw a strike. Green Ellis, a little bit
Mankins pulled to try to get a block, only gets him a couple of yards. David Harris and Rodney Poole with the tackle. This is a great matchup. The Jets are the 4th toughest defense to score on, and the Patriots score the most of anybody in the league, 30 points a game.
And the Patriots are using massive substitutions on every snap. Tight ends are coming and going, wide receivers in and out of the lineup. You don't know which back it's going to be, but Tom Brady continues to attack here early in this game.
See, the Jets are trying to get lined up in their secondary. They don't have the guy who does that for them all the time, Jim Leonard. Brady with space and a shot from the tight end, Gronkowski. Got a pass interference flag on Eric Smith.
No question about it, Mike. He's just going to run a wheel route right out of the backfield. One-on-one with Eric Smith, and when you got a guy that's this big and this fast against a guy that is a matchup problem, give him a chance.
Gronkowski at 6'6", 265 pounds. You know, John, he's been targeted 32 times, 25 been complete. 78% of the time you throw to Gronkowski, you're going to get a completion. He does not have a drop ball all season long. He has become Tom Brady's go-to guy in clutch situations.
36-yard penalty. Ben Jarvis Greenhouse stopped. Looked like he was going in behind Dan Connolly. He moved up as a fullback role to lead the way in, but he was stopped shy of the goal line.
Well, they love this I formation. Look at that fullback, Dan Connolly, an offensive guard leading the way, and the Jets stuff it. The New England Patriots love the I formation in goal line situations. They run the stretch play away from where they perceive the overload to be. Look at this fullback as Ben Jarvis Green-Ellis' escort.
Ben Jarvis Green-Ellis is in. Patriots touchdown. Long field goal attempt gave Brady and the Patriots a shorter field, and they walked down. Shane Grant for the extra points. 2 drives, 2 scores for New England. Ben Jarvis Green-Ellis last 10 games, 10 rushing touchdowns, and the Patriots lead by 10. Six plays. The biggest was the 36-yard pass interference penalty on Eric Smith of the Jets. And after the touchdown, Tom Brady and Robert Turner, the Jets offensive lineman, who's in there on goal line, with some words exchanged back and forth, and tensions high, as is usual in this division rivalry. Meantime, Darrelle Revis trying to get his secondary mates in order. Brady's done the job so far. Brad Smith from the 6 for New York. Good tackle right at the 20 by Danny Woodhead. Well, one of the big stories of another Jet who is out, Jim Leonard. On Friday in practice in New Jersey, broken tibia as he went up for a ball with one of the Jets' backup receivers. Turns out he's out for the year. He'd been with the Ravens, then with the Jets. The eyes of the back of the defense for Rex Ryan. And his replacement, Eric Smith, who's getting everybody in the right position, was doing a lot of that. Couldn't catch up with Gronkowski. Therefore, the pass interference that led to the touchdown. Brad Smith, the quarterback for the Jets. And he gives to Sean Green. Runs it near the 25 as Mayo pulled the ball out. But you can hear the whistle blowing. Let's see as the officials just mark it at second down. They had blown the whistle for forward progress.
This Brad Smith, he comes in a game, they're in an unbalanced line, and they run an option play. And a lot of these defenses do a great job of holding these backs up and going for the strip.
And you see the ball come out before he's down, but forward progress not relating to a first down or the goal line is not reviewable. So you cannot go back and review that. 2nd and 6, delay of game.
Delay of game, offense, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Guys, talk to me about poise here, because the Jets were aggressive with their decisions first drive. Now they're down 10-0, and now they're backing up here a little bit.
Well, you still have to maintain your composure in this situation. You know, this crowd is rowdy, it's noisy, but Brian Schottenheimer's got to still stay with the game plan. No need to adjust yet.
Second and 11. They rush 4. Incomplete for Santonio Holmes.
A little indecisiveness there. Just a simple crossing route by Santonio Holmes. Looked like Sanchez thought Holmes was going to stay on the move, and Santonio sat it down. But this is an easy completion. That's what happens when you miss 4 games, Jaws.
Well, sorry there, John. It was, zone cover. Just got to sit there. Little Hank route right over the ball and throw it to him.
Patriots pressure with 5. Sanchez hitches off the hands of Holmes. Nearly taken away by Dion Butler. The Jets go 3 and out.
It's the same route. It's a crossing route. It's man-to-man. Too deep over the top, and Mark missed him again. And you got to wonder if Sanchez is feeling okay. But take a look at it. Just a simple, shallow cross. Ball's got to be thrown a foot in front of the numbers so you can make something after the catch. But those are 2 bad throws by Mark Sanchez early in his game.
Steve Weatherford picks with the wind and missed it off the side of his foot. Horrific kick.
Well, everything is going the Patriots' way right now. Old Mo is on their side.
That kick was a grand total of 13 yards. The Patriots will take over at the Jets' 33-yard line. Weatherford swung on and almost missed. Back in Foxborough, Pats take over at the 32. Brady pressured on play action and brought down by James ahead of Bo. Back at the 45, the Jets defense with a big play and a loss of 13.
Well, I like that call by Rex Ryan. Right after a sudden change, you get a bad punt, momentum's going against you. You bring a fast defensive back off the edge, and he beats Matt Light clean. Big sack by the Jet defense.
That's just an athletic mismatch. Matt Light knew he had to get out there, but Hedebo just too quick. Got on Brady.
Hedebo played his college ball about 95 miles from here at UMass. Officially a loss of 12. Jets lining up for pressure. Brady with time for Aaron Hernandez. Broken up by Smith and incomplete. It's a big time now, this Jets defense. This is their calling card. And so is pressure on 3rd and long. They need to keep the Patriots off the board on this drive.
Pressure is the name of the game for the Jets defense. They blitz 55% of the time. That's the most in the NFL in passing situations. On this 3rd and long, you normally think this is going to be a zone and let them check it down underneath. The Jets love to bring heat.
Brady hit his first 2 passes, one of his last 6. Jets rush 3, cover with 8, and Brady finds the opening to Branch. He's short of a first down, but they'll have a 43-yard field goal opportunity.
That's strange. A 3-man rush, no one near Tom Brady. He has plenty of time to let some of these second-level routes develop. That's 3 hitches and a wide-open receiver.
Thinking about going for it here on 4th down. The play clock's going to run down, so New England's going to have to take a timeout either way.
Well, Tom Brady is just in the zone right now. I mean, he is spinning that ball, and you know, him and Deion Branch have been reunited, and they have just that great chemistry. You know, Branch was gone 4 years, and he was telling us in our meeting, you know, Tom was talking about him. They just have a great feel for each other, what the route is, and how it's going to develop.
They'll make a decision. They're going into the wind. Going to force the Jets to go into the wind in the second quarter with maybe a 13 or 17-point hole. 4th down timeout. Patriots look like they're going to go for it on 4th down here, Jaws.
Yeah, Tom Brady really has had a nice, clean pocket so far tonight. And when you play Tom Brady, you must make him uncomfortable. If not, he's just going to move in the pocket and find people. When he finds his rhythm, he will just complete balls all day long. Look at that pocket mobility. All you young quarterbacks, just watch that. You learn something.
This is 4th and 3. From here, a field goal would have been 43 yards. They made one in this direction from 41 earlier in the quarter. Instead, they choose to go for it. And Brady picks it up with Deion Branch. He's still going all the way home. Patriot touchdown. The New England decisions have gone their way. Everything the Jets have tried to do to be aggressive has worked against Rex Ryan's team. 17-0. The shortest punt of Steve Weatherford's career, 12 yards, gives him a short field, and Branch cashes it in.
That was a good timeout by Bill Belichick. He's going to take Woodhead out, motion him, and then set him down. And Tom Brady is going to see the full blitz coming all the way. Watch it. He sees Eric Smith come up and rotate. He changes the protection, and he calls for a little under route to Deion Branch, and Woodhead is going to try to run interference. But just take a look at Tom Brady seeing the blitz, changing the protection, changing the patterns, and then throwing a bullet for a touchdown. You better know exactly what you're doing when you go blitz Tom Brady, and that's a big reason why Deion Branch is back in New England.
How about the move by Deion Branch? The little outside move to create some separation. Branch then comes underneath. Woodhead had cleared, and he breaks a tackle and takes it in. And Danny Woodhead, we talked about him earlier doing it all. How about the block right there on Antonio Cromartie? Now twice the Patriots have gone into that empty set. It's been very effective. Brady's 2 for 2, 33 yards and a touchdown. He loves just standing back there with no one helping him out.
How big are Deion Branch and Danny Woodhead? Those guys play big.
Jason Taylor off to the locker room. Jets stunned. Branch kick very short. Smith had a sprint to get it. And he's tackled at the 32-yard line. The New England Patriots have had the ball 3 times and they've scored. Bill Belichick goes for it on 4th down and gets it. Rex Ryan went for 4th down and picked it up on 4th and short, but his team has not been sharp. They have not been crisp offensively. They tried the no huddle. They've tried the pressure. Nothing working right now for this Jets team, and they're a little bit on their heels, down 17.
Well, this is when you find out what's in your belly a little bit. You know, you're on the road. You're down 17-0 in a huge game. Got to see if you can come back. Sanchez has done it this year a number of times.
Marks had a bad quarter, 2 of 7. Sean Green to the right. Got a nice block from Damian Woody. The ex-Patriots sealed the edge. And they get the first down out of the 45.
This New York Jet running game is very complicated. That time Mark Sanchez audible. They hand the stretch play to the right side to Sean Green. He gets the corner. Nice finish. Important that the Jets just concentrate on one score. Whether this crowd get back in the football game.
Major substitutions for the Patriots. Half dozen different players came in. Sanchez rolling out. He's over the line. Used the pump effectively to get nearly 9 yards. Dustin Keller was trying to come out there with him, but he almost had his head taken off.
Oh, Ty Warren said, not this time. It's a bootleg, and Sanchez, you rarely see a right-hander come out to his left. That time he did. He lost his quick receiver and took off himself for a nice game.
You'll see Santonio Holmes running the route against Kyle Arrington. Then he got up on the safety. We got on top of Merriweather. Watch Keller right here. Woo, Gerard Warren takes him down.
Last play with the wind, but the Jets don't get it off. So they'll be going into the wind when the second quarter begins. Regular or postseason in 2 years of Rex Ryan. Most points his Jets have given up in the first quarter. Down 17 on Monday Night Football. Jets Patriots. It's a rivalry that Bill Belichick's been on both sides of. Bill was an assistant on the defensive side with Bill Parcells. Then was the Jets head coach for one day, but was coming up here to New England, so he left the Jets. Since he came up in 2000, the Patriots have been so good, so dominant in the AFC East. 7 championships to the Jets, 1. Obviously, this playoff run, 4 Super Bowl appearances and the 3 Super Bowl titles. And the Jets are still waiting to relive the magic of Namath running through the tunnel of the Orange Bowl in Super Bowl III as they continue to try to reach the football summit.
Yeah, but the Jets, they're going in the right direction. Right now, they're down 17-0, but as an organization, they are ascending.
Second quarter begins with 2nd and 1. Sean Green is the back. And he'll get the first down through Vince Wilfork at the 39-yard line. Now, we've got the Jets down 17-0. They're trying to find some stability and stabilize. This is a Patriots defense that has given up a lot of yards and a lot of points this year. Matter of fact, they've given up the most in the NFL in terms of yards. So you can't panic. You got to stay with that power plan a little bit too here.
Well, when you look at the Jets historically, you know, they like to run the football, and they have to stay with that.
John Connor, the fullback, the rookie from Kentucky known as the Terminator. He is offset to the right. And Sean Green trying to get to the edge. Past Ninkovich into the secondary. And Sean Green's got 11 first down yards.
I like this play. The New York Jets using a lot of personnel changes. They put Hartsock in the game at tight end to block the point, and they're going to run an old T play. The tackle's going to block down, and the guard, Brandon Moore, pulls, and they get, again, Sean Green to the corner, and the Patriots miss a tackle. But this is a powerful back. He's from New Jersey, this Sean Green. He loves cold weather, and he gets stronger as the game goes on. Give it to him some more.
From the 28, right back to him. Bounces off the first tackle and takes -1 to +1. I was talking about the yards that the Patriots have given up. Bill Belichick's known as one of the great defensive minds of the modern NFL. And it just boggles your mind to see them last in total yards and passing yards, completion percentage, and third down percentage.
He's still a great defensive.
Yes, he is.
Let's clarify that.
So what's the problem?
He'll solve that. They're 9-2. They'll be back.
Here's what I'll say, Mike. They have the youngest defense in the NFL. I'll give them a pass right now.
That is the problem. Starters average age 25.5. 2nd and 9. Pressure picked up. Sanchez has LaDainian Tomlinson. Tackled in the open field by one of those rookies, Jermaine Cunningham out of Florida. 3rd and short coming up.
This Tony Richardson, this fullback. How about this blitz pickup? Watch this blitz pickup against Spikes, the rookie out of Florida, right up the A-gap. Sanchez drops back the pass, and Richardson's been doing that for 15 years. And here comes Brad Smith back in the game. You don't know what position he's going to play, and it looks like he is the quarterback.
And the Patriots, as you can see, with 4 late subs, they got to burn a timeout here. With Brad Smith coming in there at quarterback, John, the Swiss Army knife. You never know what form he's going to take. And he forces the Pats to take a timeout. Mike Tirico, John Gruden, Ron Jaworski, Susie Culver on the sideline. Tom Brady and the Patriots score 17 in the first quarter and take the lead on the Jets. The battle of 9-2 teams for number 1 in the AFC at this moment. Brad Smith back on the bench. Sanchez under center for 3rd and 3. Deep drop. Throw is dropped by Edwards. Hit by Kyle Arrington. Incomplete.
Well, these are those plays a wide receiver has to make. Braylon Edwards has to get his hands up and catch the football. Now, sometimes you get in these cold weather games, the wind blowing, you forget the basics. He tried to body this catch rather than snatching it. and it bounces off his chest. Critical plays, you got to make the catch.
Critical for a field goal kicker who's missed 6 of his last 11. Folk from 39 yards. This one's good. And the Jets are on the board. You see that wind pushing right to left on both made field goals thus far tonight. Pats lead now 14. These people love football. You have to be out here tonight. You walk on the concourses here at Gillette Stadium, this beautiful stadium in Foxborough, and it is freezing, cold December wind whipping through.
That's a great complex, Mike. You know, this Patriot place, their shopping, our hotel. It's fun. I like it here. John doesn't like the cold.
Brandon Tate back deep to receive. Nick Folks kickoff, taking it to 12. Tate has taken 2 back for touchdown this year. He's topped at the 32. The ball scoots out. There was no whistle. It goes right into the hands of Sergio Brown, Patriots reserve DB, and it's going to be marked there. We'll see. We'll see where they finally mark it. Eric Smith had a hand in there to knife it out. Let's see where they mark it.
Play was ruled down at the 33-yard line. First down.
Yep, that's a good call. His shoulder did come down as Smith finally took it out.
If your foundation is defense for the Jets, time to make a play.
Danny Woodhead is the lone back. Welker and Woodhead releasing out, and here's Danny. 50, 40, all the way to the 33-yard line.
Well, they caused a lot of confusion right there. The Patriots motion Wes Welker back into the backfield. This is Wes Welker, and Revis is in here covering him. And they totally forget about Danny Woodhead slipping out. They picked him.
No, John, they thought about him. They had Mike DeVito on him, and Mike DeVito's a defensive end interior lineman. He's not going to stay with Woodhead.
A gain of 35 to the 32, and now Woodhead runs 3 yards to the 29-yard line. But Danny Woodhead went to college in Nebraska at Chadron State, small school, Division II school. Won the Harlan Hill Trophy there. Player of the Year, the Division II Heisman. Was with the Jets, made the team last year. Cinderella story, the small guy who you just couldn't get rid of because he does everything right. And we have an injury whistle here on the field as one of the Jets is shaken up and has to get attention. It's the linebacker David Harris. Pat's on the move again. Patriots up 17-3, driving again. David Harris helped off the field, walked off with the training staff's assistants. Josh Maga, first-year player out of Nevada, hasn't played any defensive snaps for the Jets until right here. He's an inside linebacker. Pass caught Sammy Morris out of the backfield for Marty the tackle. A couple shy of a first down.
Well, you watch Tom Brady orchestrate this offense, and I mean, he's robotic, he's methodical, he's efficient, he commands this offense. It's just a pleasure watching the guy play the position and command of this offense.
Well, look at all these offensive linemen that have just reported for this short yardage situation. This is about as big an offensive group as you'll see in football.
This is all 7 of them, all 7 of them dressed. And Brady's keeping and sneaking for the first down near the 21-yard line.
Well, the one thing about these Patriots is they're so balanced this year, and that's the hardest thing for a defense to defend. Balance. You got to defend everything. This is such a veteran offensive line, Mike. I mean, Dante Scarnecchia, the offensive line coach, has had this crowd together for a long time. They bring in a couple veterans like Algie Crumpler, tight ends that can block. It's gone a long way.
Offside Jets, free play Pats. Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis. First and goal, New England at the 7. Logan Mankins was out there making a big block from his left guard spot.
Offside. Defense, number 58. Penalty is declined. First down.
Everybody knows what the Bear defense is, or the 46 defense. That time, Tom Brady sees it all the way. He sees the Bear defense, and he automatics to a scheme where they're going to block down and pull the left guard. Look at Tom Brady. He sees the front. That's the 46 defense, and he gets to a run audible designed to beat that front. How about this quarterback?
He's pretty good.
Julian Edelman at the top of the screen. Jets bring the pressure. Brady for Welker. Flag. Jets saying it was offensive pass interference on a pick play.
Interference, offense, number 84. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Well, you see it right here. Deion Branch coming from the outside. He gets the pick on Revis.
I don't like that call. I mean, it's a full blitz. It's man-to-man coverage. Brady sees it all the way. He maxes the protection. He signals the route out there. Hey, the receivers are entitled to run a route, Jaws.
They're so sensitive, John.
I don't like that call.
Obviously.
It's a perfect slot combination you want to get to against all-out blitz.
Well, that's the one that the Jets beat the Texans with a few weeks ago. Same play, other side.
First and goal still. Brady throws over the middle to Welker. Took a hard hit from Brodney Poole, but he's got it just inside the 5-yard line.
Well, there's no pass rush. Take a look at it yourselves at home. If you let this guy have this much time in the pocket, I don't care who you got back there in zone defense. He's going to find somebody and make a perfect throw. And Wes Welker and Tom Brady, one of the more dynamic combinations in pro football.
Well, you're matching Bart Scott against Wes Welker. Tough matchup for Scott.
Second and goal at the 4. Play action. Brady might run. Now throw it. Tate in conversation. A lot of conversation. Touchdown. Rex only has one challenge left for the rest of the night. Will he use it here? Got a catch. 1 foot. Looks like the hand coming down. And then the arm coming down right there out of bounds before that second foot comes down. The question will be, is the forearm down? It looks out of bounds to me, doesn't it, guys? What do you think?
Give him the catch.
Rex thinking about it. Wow. You're not going to challenge the score, and you went for a challenge on a first drive, first down. That's poor use of challenges. Very poor use of challenges. (24-3).
Be careful with Brad Smith. You know, the New York Jets, Mike, have really been a slow-starting offensive football team for whatever reason. When you start slow and fall behind Tom Brady, you're in for a long night.
Yeah, the problem is their defense has started slow as well. The defense has, for the most part of the season, kept them in them games. And the offense has struggled.
Devin McCourty comes down to hold it with the win as Shane Graham kicks it. Brad Smith takes it from inside the 10. And barely gets to the 20. Pats it covered, kicks well. I want to go back to the touchdown, and let's go through the specifics. Your hand down doesn't count. Your wrist and your forearm would be a second body part that is down. So there. Would that have been enough to give you a touchdown? It comes down a microsecond before the elbow comes down. It would have been very close. It probably would have stayed a touchdown because of the wrist and the forearm. But when you go for a challenge on a spot in the first drive of the game, you don't have the option of going for a challenge on a scoring play, and that's where you should use them. And the Jets are in a 21-point hole no matter what, challenge or not. Sanchez hauled in by Holmes, 16 for Santonio to the 36 in front of Kyle Arrington.
And the Jets are going no huddle now, trying to get a rhythm going for this offense. Oh, they are going to huddle up.
New England Patriots are moving around on defense, stemming in and out of a 3- and 4-man line. And Mark Sanchez has got to really take his time to decipher the front.
Sanchez throws to Holmes, took a big hit from James Sanders. And good gain on first.
The helmet hit on Heath Miller. Haloti Ngata finds 15 for the punch on Ben Roethlisberger.
Okay, Trey, thank you. Chris Berman will join us at halftime. More details on those stories from the 43. Tomlinson will get about 2.5 yards. Gerard Warren makes the tackle up front. This is a New England defense missing 2 of their starters up front. Mike Wright, Myron Pryor, 2 of the guys key in the rotation are out of the lineup here tonight.
Third down is short once again. I would not be surprised if the Jets don't run a bootleg. This is when they love to take chances in short yardage situations.
Third and 1. They do roll and throw, and it's incomplete. Force Antonio Holmes, Kyle Arrington the coverage.
That's an old-fashioned play in short yardage. Used to call this sprint ride option. And you're going to see Braylon Edwards. Second time they're going to go to him on a quick out with Holmes over the top. Ball's low and outside. I think Braylon's got a chance to play that, Jaws.
You have to come up with this catch. Not an easy catch, but in these situations, you got to find a way to keep your offense on the field.
Last punt by Weatherford was 12 yards. This one's 42. Julian Edelman returns it, stays on his feet, and gets out to the 25 before Brad Smith makes the tackle. Everything going well for the Patriots, and this vaunted, much ballyhooed, much talked about Jets defense has not been able to stop Tom Brady. 4 drives, 4 scores.
Remember, Jim Leonard is out of the game. Big-time safety for the Jets, who makes a lot of communication calls for this team. Jason Taylor got hurt early, has missed some action. I think he's back out there, as is David Harris. They need to stop here bad.
Brady gives to Ben Jarvis. Green Ellis gets about a yard.
You know, Tom Brady, we talk about all his mechanical attributes, but the one thing this guy is, he's a fierce competitor. He hates to lose. You know, the Patriots, you know, they struggled against Cleveland. It seemed after that game, he became a man possessed. He just took this team offensively by the horn and said, let's go, guys. Get on my back. We're going to start playing some football.
Second and 9. Brady chased by Sean Ellis, throws back across for Wes Welker, who pulls David Harris across the mark at the 45.
You know, these scramble drills that Tom Brady has shown us tonight have really made a lot of big plays. Crumpler's in the game as a fullback. Brady comes out of the fake, looking downfield. He gets away, escapes to his right, keeps his eyes downfield. And Wes Welker and Tom Brady are putting on a scramble drill clinic tonight. Very instinctive football player, that Wes Welker. I tell you what.
That was great stuff, working back to Tom. Whew.
Third and very short. Again, Dan Connolly, the starting right guard, is the fullback, leading the way for Green Ellis, but getting stuffed in the backfield. And the Jets defense finally comes up with a play. Calvin Pace with the penetration.
Go ahead, John.
It's a slant play. They continue to run it out of the I formation. That time the Jets had the right defense called. You got to give New York credit. They're an outstanding run defense. They get off blocks and they stuff you at the line of scrimmage, and they needed it bad right there.
Santonio Holmes is back because Jim Leonard, who you were talking about, the safety that's out, is the main punt returner for the Jets, and a very good one. But the rookie Zoltan Mesko hits a rocket that Holmes has at the 13. Got a block, got the sideline, but a penalty marker's down. Mesko, the punter, comes to tackle him, but Brad Smith over there trying to peel back for Holmes. May be guilty of one.
Yeah, it looked like Brad Smith pulled off, but there was enough contact. The official threw the flag.
Illegal block in the back during the return. Number 16, 10-yard penalty, first down.
You'll see right there on Matthew Slater. Tough one to call there.
Yeah, a lot of times the officials will look for the helmet. Does the helmet get in front of the player? Slater trying to come down and cover. And just a bump in the back does get the whistle and erases good field position for the Jets.
Now you know why some of these coaches scream and yell and go berserk on the sidelines.
Coaches go berserk?
Yeah, it's football. That's a tough call right there if you ask me. Mike Westhoff can't believe it. Cost the Jets valuable field position.
Sanchez 5 of 12 here tonight for 42 yards. Sean Green, the big back. Contact gets out to the 16-yard line. 3:45 on this turning second quarter clock.
You know, one of the key matchups is Vince Wilfork against Nick Mangold. Take a look at this nose guard. Get a hold of the center and try and play both sides of the block. His head peeks one way, he goes the other way. You can talk about how smart Vince is, what a great leader he is. He's built like a four-wheel drive. Heck of a play.
It's a great matchup, too. Pro Bowlers head-to-head. Green right. Green down. Jermaine Cunningham, Jared Page.
Boy, this Patriot defense is just outstanding. You know, they bring those ends down. They cover the guards. They get their linebackers on the outside. A double sync defense and let those linebackers run to the ball carrier.
It's unbelievable. The youth, Jermaine Cunningham, spikes. This Bill Belichick, he prepares these guys. Look at these guys. They're excited on defense.
Third down, Sanchez with time for Dustin Keller, who was blanketed. Patrick Chung with him every step of the way. They're 1 of 7 on third down tonight.
Patrick Chung, normally the safety that gets involved in the running game. Excellent coverage on Dustin Keller running down the seam. Had a little help over the top from Jared Page. Nowhere to go for Sanchez, but down the field incomplete.
Weatherford kicking. Edelman to receive. Another bag kick by Weatherford. Wow. Gets a break with the bounce. It'll be 38 yards to midfield. Wow. Jets have struggled in every phase. The Patriots have excelled. John, we look at the quarterback numbers. Tom Brady's been efficient and sharp here tonight.
Well, Tom Brady, one of the all-time greats. This is a veteran quarterback playing with a young team. And he's going against Mark Sanchez, who's a young quarterback playing with a veteran team. And so far, the veteran quarterback is dominating this football game. We say it every week. This is a quarterback league, and Tom Brady is the man.
2 touchdown passes in the half, 250 in his NFL career. First down, pressure, 3 off the edge, and a sack by Eric Smith. Where Smith comes unblocked and gets Brady.
That's what usually happens when I compliment somebody. I'm surprised Tom got fooled there. He used that dummy snap count again. He pointed right at Eric Smith.
Well,
Came
Matt
off his
Light.
blind side.
Yeah, Matt Light was supposed to come out. He went down inside, but we saw the blitz coming off the corner.
For Smith, his first career sack, and one small reason to smile what has been a very tough first half for the Jets, being dominated in New England by the Patriots. Coming up, Chris Berman, Toyota halftime show. Don Meredith remembered the passing of one of the greats in the Monday Night Football era, and I'll speak with Frank Gifford about Dandy Don, terrific player. His college days an All-American, star with the Cowboys, and part of the Monday Night Football team for over a decade. Brady is sacked on back-to-back snaps and brought down by David Harris, who was injured earlier in the game.
Well, this is what the Jets have to do. They have to create some pressure. You know, against Tom Brady, you've got to make him uncomfortable in the pocket. You know, it's all about the pressure coming up the inside to Tom. Once you make him move, you know, you're going to get him in trouble. Here, Harris does a nice job when Tom moved, grabbed him and pulled him down.
The first two signs of the Jets defense we've come to see a good part of this year. Now 3rd and long, 3rd and 20. Earlier in 3rd and long, they rushed 3 and dropped 8. Not this time. Brady. Incomplete for Aaron Hernandez, the tight end. Dwight Lowry, one of the extra DBs with the coverage, and the Patriots have a 3 and out, and they'll kick for the second time tonight.
Back-to-back sacks by the Jets. They fooled Tom Brady once. They use a stunt blitz combination on 2nd down, and they're off the field here on 3rd down. Good series by the Jet defense.
Mesco with the wind hit a great one to Santonio Holmes before. Now Jericho Cotchery goes back for the Jets. Pressure on the rookie from Michigan. Gets it away. They're caught by Cotchery at the 16-yard line. A kick of 43. Well, Mark Sanchez, this is his 4th start against the Patriots. The 2 at home early in the season have been very good. No interceptions and solid numbers. Here in Foxborough last year, the weather was nowhere near as cold as it was tonight. Temperature was in the 40s, and he was 8 of 21 for 136 yards. But he was intercepted 4 times in that November 22nd game. 4 interceptions and 8 completions. Tonight, he's 5 of 13 for 42 yards. So, to this point, and a lot of story to still write tonight, been 2 different Sanchez performances. This is pass, starting the 2-minute drill with Santonio Holmes.
And here's an area where Mark Sanchez has really improved the 2-minute offense. They're going to need to get some bigger chunks than that, though, inside of 45 seconds.
Jets with 2 timeouts. First option was cover. There's nobody nearby Sanchez. So they had to work out of bounds to get rid of it. The closest receivers were about 25 yards away. No one worked back to the ball. Tully Banta-Cain brought the pressure.
This is one area that Mark Sanchez has really worked hard on. Last year, he was a bit of a liability in the 2-minute offense. This year, you can see head coach Rex Ryan, offensive coordinator Brian Schottenheimer showing a lot of confidence in their young quarterback to put him in this situation with this field position.
Gary Guyton, the linebacker for the Patriots, doing a nice job of jumping LaDainian Tomlinson, not allowing Sanchez to get that easy check down, forcing him to throw it down the field.
3rd and 3. The Pats bring some pressure that is picked up. Sanchez completes it for a first down to Dustin Keller, and the Jets take a timeout. They have the ball at the 30 with 30 seconds remaining. Let's try to drive down the field and get a little bit of something. Trying to get closer to the Pats. Back here in Foxborough, there are the numbers we were talking about with Sanchez. His struggles on the road against the Patriots, those bottom 2 numbers. Updated now 7 of 16, but only 1 completion over 7 yards tonight. So it's been all short stuff. 1 timeout, 30 seconds left. Sanchez's throw is caught by Holmes. Nice catch by Santonio in front of Kyle Arrington. It's a pickup of 21. And the Jets stop it with 22 seconds now out of timeouts.
Well, this is too deep and man-to-man underneath. And Sanchez throws a deep square into Santonio Holmes, who makes a great play on the ball. Big completion.
Well, you can see the hands of Santonio Holmes, much like his touchdown reception from Ben Roethlisberger to win the Super Bowl for the Steelers. Boy, he just snatches that ball out of the air.
And New England has been playing a lot of two deep with man-to-man underneath. And when you see those safeties get that deep over the top, there's some room for guys like Holmes to work.
You got to take a shot, though, John. You know that getting that 2-minute drill, those checkdowns aren't going to get you down the field. You're going to have to throw some of those digs and deeper routes. That time Sanchez took the shot, and Holmes delivered for him with a great catch.
Patriots Jaws now go to 7 DBs here with 22 seconds left, and the Jets out of timeouts at the New England 48-yard line. Sanchez forced to step up. Gets out of there, has to get out of bounds because he's out of timeout. Does a nice job. Good play by Sanchez here to get to the 37-yard line as Jermaine Cunningham was chasing.
Well, that time he's got plenty of time because there's 3 deep safeties back there. 5 men underneath in coverage. Mark gets out of trouble. There's just nowhere to go with the football. But again, he has the presence to get what he can, get out of bounds and stop the clock. And they're in position here for one more completion, a quick clock stoppage, and a field goal potentially.
Yeah, they're right on the cusp right now of the completion in bounds and hustling up and killing the clock.
That's right, Jaws. With 14 seconds left, Sanchez throws. It's caught. It's fumbled by Brad Smith, and now ruled incomplete. And for a variety of reasons, that was great for the Jets. Sanchez unhappy with Smith and what happened there, but first off, the fumble would have been disastrous, and second, they wouldn't have gotten another playoff.
Well, I think Mark was telling Brad Smith, you got to work to the sideline, so if you do complete it, you can get out of bounds. He settled right there. But I think the only shot you got now, either you throw the Hail Mary or you work something quick to the sideline to set up a field goal. The defense will take away the sideline routes.
You can see those 3 safety men that are deep. They're going to do everything they can in New England to keep the ball in play.
7 seconds left. Sanchez looking for space to throw. He is ruled in the grass and control of Tully Banta-Cain that ends the first half. The old rule was in the grasp, but it's grasp and control to protect injury to the quarterback. Thus, it's ruled a sack, and that's what happened to Sanchez there. Tully Banta-Cain will be credited with his 4th sack, and that brings the first half to an end. All Patriots in the first half. Jets have not even taken it down to the red zone on the Patriots thus far tonight. New England has controlled all phases, and this is a Patriot defense that has given up a lot of yards, but not in the first half. Danny Woodhead catches balls, runs out of the backfield. He's on all the return teams for the most part. Does it all for these Pats. Graham with a 3rd quarter kickoff to Brad Smith. Big kickoff return last week against Cincinnati. Pulled down before he could get in gear. Matthew Slater brings him down around the 32. Well, those numbers in the first half, the Jets coming up with 146 yards on 35 plays. So not a big average there. The Patriots' numbers are not eye-popping, but when they had the advantage of field position, they cashed in and made the big plays. That field position number shows you there. 41, the average start for the Pats, 22 for New York. Sanchez gives to LaDainian Tomlinson, who lost the football and is lucky to get it back. Dane Fletcher had his hands on it. The rookie free agent from Montana State couldn't squeeze it.
Tomlinson never had the ball. We'll take a look right here. You see the handoff. Mark kind of pushed it right through LaDainian's pocket. And very fortunate that the Jets were able to recover this.
Patriots continue to stem in and out of different defensive alignments. Middle linebacker Gerard Mayo, there he is again, stemming into a new front.
Sanchez quickly to Holmes. Santonio first down, 43 for New York.
With Brian Schottenheimer, it's about completions. He wants to get the ball into the hands of his wide receivers. It's rushes and completions at the end of the day. They'd like to be around 50 when the game is over. These short passes sustain offense and keep the chains moving.
Right now they're at 26 runs plus completions. Tomlinson. It's Patriots territory to the 49-yard line. Of what you've seen, guys, where should Brian Schottenheimer concentrate? Power run game, have you seen enough there to think keep doing it?
Well, they've got every element that you need in a good running game. They just have to get some first downs. They've been unable to sustain drives, but if they can stay in these second and twos and fours, the play action pass becomes a real ally of the Jets.
Sanchez cans one play to get to this one. It's a completion down the sideline. There goes Edwards. Braylon Edwards as Patrick Chung and Brandon Merriweather take him out.
That's what you need. You got to get these receivers in the game. Holmes makes a big play earlier. You see Sanchez audible to a quick out to Braylon Edwards. He catches the ball and runs right through a tackle and makes a lot of yardage after the catch. And the New York Jets are in scoring zone, Jaws.
Nice run after the catch by Braylon Edwards, but he still didn't catch that ball clean.
First catch of the night for Edwards. It was 24 yards. From the 24, here is Tomlinson. Putting Shaw Ferguson out there blocking and gets a gain of nearly 5.
Oh, I like that play. That's a perimeter staple play of the Jet running game. I call that 99 bunch crunch. You're going to see the down blocks and the tackle pulling, and they're going to toss the ball to LT around the edge. You got to keep running this play against these A-gap blitzes that the Patriots are running. That'll hit.
Bill Callahan was the head coach of the Raiders, coached on your staff, John. He's the offensive line coach for the Jets. Now Tomlinson in the wildcat position to take the snap, and the Jets take a timeout.
LT at quarterback.
Sanchez out there for a second. Usually it's Brad Smith back. That time it was LT, but the Jets got in their own way. One of the 6 Super Bowls played the high school championship, each division in the state, here in Gillette Stadium Saturday. It was neat to watch all the high school kids. Congrats to them. Out of the timeout, Tomlinson runs left. John Connor got him a block, and LT gets a couple of yards, so they don't go back to the gimmick. They go conventional with LaDainian Tomlinson, now the 6th all-time leading rusher in the history of the NFL. He passed Eric Dickerson with carry earlier on this drive. So there's LT, 13-274. The Emmett, Walter, Barry, Curtis Martin had played for both of these teams. Jerome Bettis ahead of them. Third down, they go to Brad Smith for the direct snap. And they run option out of the pistol formation. Rob Ninkovich makes the tackle. They gain 2 yards. It's 4th and 1.
Well, you know my feeling on these types of plays. I think you outsmart yourself sometimes.
Well, he looks like he's going to lead right behind. He's going to take off to his left, and he's going to dart right off tackle. He tried to get the defense to flow one way and cut it back against the grain. And Rex Ryan's going for it here on 4th and 1.
Receivers to the right, one to the left. Sanchez looking left. The slant is caught by Holmes at the 11-yard line for a first down.
You know, one thing Mark Sanchez does a great job of, Jaws, is throw the quick game from the shotgun. Watch him catch this ball and get it out of his hand. This is hard to do in the shotgun.
These are one-step drops. You catch it, you throw it, and it's location. This is the only place Sanchez could have put the ball for Holmes to make the catch. Low and inside, Holmes goes down and gets his numbers low and makes the catch.
Huge play for the Jets. Keep this drive alive. Opening drive of the half. Tomlinson running inside. It's 2 yards. Brandon Spikes and Jermaine Cunningham. Those rookie Gators, both out of the draft. From Florida, Bill Belichick, who really understands the importance of the draft, is trying to rebuild this generation of the Patriots with young defensive players like Cunningham, Spikes, and McCourty, all starters.
Well, the Jets have struggled in the red zone this year offensively. Mark Sanchez hasn't thrown an interception here, but he's been very conservative. And against this zone defense the Patriots are playing, they're almost daring the Jets to run it in.
Get a first down at the 1. Quick strike, intercepted. And one of those young linebackers, Brandon Spikes, with a red zone interception of Sanchez. Something he has not done, turn it over in the red zone. But a critical mistake there. Mark Sanchez has thrown 49 red zone passes coming into tonight without being intercepted and hadn't been sacked in the red zone. Only quarterback who's thrown 30 balls or more down there and had those numbers. But the big mistake there. First red zone pick of the year at a crucial time, and Brady and the Pats have it up 21. Jets bring pressure from Brady's left. Tom throws complete to Woodhead with the 21 first down. John?
Well, take a look at the interception. I mean, these safeties are deep. They're not playing a run, but look at Spikes. He's not going to bite on this play-action pass, and as Holmes runs right down the middle, that's just easy pickings for the Patriot defense. You got to pull it down. You have to see that throw. That's a hit-or-miss throw right there for Mark Sanchez. Probably should have kept it alive and scrambled, Jaws.
I'd agree with you.
From the 21, Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis. Stopped by Sione Boua. Off the nose for the Jets with a loss of a yard.
You know, back to that first reception of this drive, you know, Danny Woodhead now getting matched out wide against Bart Scott. They throw the ball back inside to him. Woodhead has been kind of that movable chess piece, moving him out of the backfield, lining up out wide. He's catching the football. He's running the football. He's picking up the blitz. This guy's a complete football player.
Woodhead has 4 touches tonight for 60 yards. Couple of receptions, couple of runs. Number 22, pressure right up the middle. Mike DeVito. Brady got right away from it and completes it to Welker to the 27-yard line. They pick up a 5.
You know, one thing about Tom Brady and this Patriot offense is they can sustain drives. I don't know how many drives, touchdown scoring drives they've had this year that have been 10 plays or more. And the clock just continues to tick. The Jets have got to get off the field here and not let Tom Brady sustain much offense here. They do an excellent job, the New England Patriots, with the opening drive of the third quarter. They've scored more touchdowns on this drive than any team in football, Mike.
You saw the 13 10-plus play drives, 4 touchdowns. Coming into tonight, Brady's pass caught by one of the young tight ends, Rob Gronkowski. Gronkowski, Hernandez, the 2 rookie tight ends, have been terrific this season. Gronkowski out of Arizona has emerged here the last 5 games.
Well, you'll see Drew Coleman trying to stay on him, and he just bodies him. This is like a power forward in basketball, getting position. Coleman just can't get through him to get to the football. And look at the soft hands for guys 6'6", 265.
Patriots broke the huddle quick, trying to catch the Jets before they were aligned. That's only a run of a yard for Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis. We talked about those young tight ends, Hernandez in the 4th round, Gronkowski in the 2nd round. Coming into tonight, 51 of 81 when throwing to them. That passer rating, that's a great stat of the efficiency of your throws to these guys. Very high. Most efficient pass combination in the league. Brady to Gronkowski and to Hernandez 7th.
Yeah, but I've had tight ends that can just block. I've had some tight ends that can just catch passes. Gronkowski can do it all. He's the kind of tight end you want.
Brady, time, middle, the other guy, Aaron Hernandez with great receiving and running skills. To the 24-yard line. It is a clinic for the Patriots offense, and James Ahedebo of the Jets is injured behind the play. That's another safety. Look at Brady and that leadership of these young players, which has been so important in watching a fired-up Tom Brady this year. This young group growing up in front of our eyes and being led by the three-time champ. Injury timeout. He's now Eric Smith and Brodney Poole. After the Hernandez gain of 35, coming around, Brandon Tate on the reverse to the 18-yard line. And back to that big play to Hernandez.
How about these young tight ends? You got Gronkowski, you need one tight end that can pass protect. Take a look at this. He's going to do the pass protecting, and Aaron Hernandez is going to run a beautiful route. He starts to cross to the inside, breaks to the outside, and this young guy is superb after the catch. Two young tight ends, Tom Brady at quarterback. Wow.
Boy, the Jets are confused here. They can't get 11 players on the field.
Brady picks Welker. Wes Welker. Another Patriot touchdown.
Well, you get Drew Coleman matched one-on-one with Wes Welker and a lot of space. Tom Brady has now hit 12 of his last 13.
Yeah, but it's Tom Brady. He just sees the full blitz. He maxes the protection, and he sees one-on-one with no help and throws a bullet to Welker. If you go zero all-out blitz to Tom Brady too many times, I don't care who you got on defense. He's going to shred you.
Shane Graham adds the extra point. That was 8 plays, 93 yards. Brady hit all 5. No reliable. Wes Welker in the end zone again. New England on top again. Tom Brady, who had a very poor second half against the Jets in the first game, laughing and smiling on the sideline. Great numbers. Dominant opening drive of this second half, and his New England Patriot team is embarrassing the proud Jets defense here. 31-3 in the third quarter. The rookie Joe McKnight is back for the kickoff. That is short on purpose. John Connor, the fullback, fielding it, and a nice return by Connor out to the 47-yard line. Brad Smith went back to the locker room during a commercial a moment ago. Jets offense takes the field. Haven't done much on that field tonight. Tonight's aerial coverage is brought to you by DirecTV. Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Mike Tirico, John Gruden, Ron Jaworski, Susie Culver on the sideline. Temperature in the upper 20s. Feels like it's in the teens. Feels colder to the guys in green. Sean Green a run. Big hit with Jarrett Page at the 45-yard line. An 8-yard gain.
And New England's going to let the Jets have as many of those runs as they want right now, Jaws. Keep the clock running. No big plays over the top.
Again, Sanchez has to be patient, get the up-tempo going, getting in out of the huddle, but don't do anything crazy. Try to sustain some offense and get 7 on the board.
Let's go to Patriots go to a 4-man front. Kyle Love, another rookie on the Patriots defense, checked in. Sanchez taking one of those deep shots for Braylon Edwards. It's intercepted. Devin McCourty comes up with the pick. His 6th of the year. Tied for 2nd in the NFL.
Well, this young man, Devin McCourty, is becoming one outstanding corner. As Mike just alluded to, his 6th interception of the year. He's out there man-to-man. Sanchez took a shot. See the top of your screen. Edwards with an outside release. McCourty right on his hip. The ball underthrown. Good ball skills by Devin McCourty.
That's one thing that we talked a long time about, was handling this wind and this weather this time of year. That ball was clearly underthrown. When you look at Tom Brady, Mike, in this stadium this time of year, one reason he's closing in on his 26th straight regular season victory is he can handle the ball in this weather.
Empty backfield, up 28 from their own 6. Hernandez, 15 yards to the 21 and a first down.
Well, Aaron Hernandez, you have to treat him almost as a wide receiver. He has that kind of skill. The combination of Gronkowski and Hernandez, I don't know how you match up to these guys. One will just knock you out, and one of them will just slither by you.
Yeah, but he looks like Adrian Peterson after the catch. He's got a rare combination of route running ability and run after the catch. I love these two young tight ends.
Gronkowski from Arizona, Hernandez, the youngest player in the NFL, just turned 21 last month. Look at the time. And Brady's pass is incomplete. Nobody open, so just fired it down the middle.
But you know, Tom is spreading all 5 of these receivers all over the place, and he's got all day to throw. Watch this, Josh.
This is amazing. Tom Brady in the pocket. Look at the time he's going to have. Look at that comfortable cradle he has. 3.5 seconds to deliver the football. John, here's the one you were talking about a minute ago. Play action. Don't throw it. He's not open. Move, extend the play, find an open receiver. 4.5 seconds to throw the football. The offensive line of the Patriots do an outstanding job, and you can see the mobility in the pocket of Tom Brady.
Welker. First down.
Boy, you kind of get the feeling right now that Bill Belichick, Tom Brady, they're sending a message to this Jets defense. Here we are with the score 31-3, and they're dropping back and slinging it.
Watch how effortless Tom Brady is faking the ball to a tight end, and then just like Derek Jeter, flipping the ball to the outside. I saw Brett Favre in Lambeau when I was a young coach handling this weather. It's not that cold tonight. But Tom Brady, this weather, this wind, it's not a problem for him.
He throws that tight spiral. It cuts right through.
And Jarvis Green-Ellis will run for about a yard. Talk about Brady and those perfect numbers, 13 of 13 to targets 10 yards or less. There you see the numbers again. And Tom told us, without the presence of Randy Moss, we are now a yard after the catch, run after the catch type of team, which means my accuracy has to be important. I've got to hit it and get our guys in a place, one, where they're not going to get a big hit, and two, where they can catch it and go. And he has put on a clinic again tonight in that category.
Accuracy, accuracy, accuracy.
See there, Woodhead able to catch it. Pinball his way off defenders. Bart Scott tackles at the 37.
Well, look what Brady's doing with his empty backfield, guys. You can say, okay, hey, let's put Revis over here. Let's put Cromartie right there. Fine. But you still have Woodhead against the safety. You've got tight ends out here against nickelbacks. And Brady just sees the matchup that he wants, and he says, you know what? You can't cover my friend Danny Woodhead. You have 5 eligible receivers on every snap that can run routes and catch the football.
Shovel to Woodhead. The ex-Jet Danny Woodhead down the sideline to the 12-yard line. A pickup of 50 yards.
Well, now the Patriots are going to their gimmicks, their gadgets. They're going, pulling all the tools out of the toolbox. Here, one back in the backfield. Brady's going to get the snap. Where's Danny Woodhead? Here's number 39. Just a little shovel to him. Boy, look at that seam that he's got. Former Jet. Pretty good tonight.
Boy, some guys just need an opportunity. And Bill Belichick gave Danny Woodhead a chance of a lifetime, and as he delivered.
Ben Jarvis Green-Ellis runs left. Ben Jarvis Green-Ellis down to the 1 as first and goal. It's the end of the third quarter. And these fans who have stayed here in this bitter cold, enjoying every second of this.
Ain't going anywhere.
Through 3 in Foxborough. The Patriots dominate. With New York and Boston and their very fervent sports fans and the great sports media in both cities, this was a back and forth all week And Rex Ryan, right from the end of the Thursday night game on Thanksgiving in Cincinnati, talked about Belichick and Brady. They're the best. Everybody says they are. We have to go there and prove it. Bill Belichick didn't say anything in his press conferences as per usual. And the statement on the scoreboard, 31-3. Change that statement to 38-3. Aaron Hernandez, touchdown.
Tom Brady, he doesn't have good vision. He's got x-ray vision. He sees everything. Look at these eyes.
John, you could have completed this one wide open in the middle of the end zone.
4 touchdown passes to 4 different receivers. The latest, Aaron Hernandez. Back-to-back drives of 93 and 94 against the vaunted Jets defense. One of the big matchups coming in Foxborough tonight. This matchup of 9-2 teams atop the AFC. The Patriots defense first in the NFL scoring points. The Jets defense fourth in giving up points. Jets haven't come close. 38 for New England tonight. And still a quarter to go. Brad Smith from the 5. Back out of the locker room. Tackled by Matthew Slater. He's had a couple of special teams tackles.
Well, we said Tom Brady's a fierce competitor, and watch this reaction after the last touchdown pass. There's one to his bench, and now he turns to the Jet bench. And that one's for you guys.
And then after the touchdown and the extra point, Bill Belichick gathered the entire Patriots team with his message, John, I would guess, about finishing here. And the young team needing to understand that these are still opportunities to send messages.
And he's going to let them all know, I'm watching every one of you.
A good teaching moment.
Mark Sanchez and the Jets trying to find some success. Antonio Holmes for about 4. Kyle Arrington the tackle. Again, the perspective in the standings. The winner tonight. And the Jets are listed as the division leader for the moment because they won the first head-to-head. The Patriots and Jets would be switching spots. The Pats atop it. The Jets would go over to the Ravens, and the difference is the division leaders are the top 4 seeds, and the wild card, the 5 and the 6 seed. So it's a path away from home in the playoffs. And fair or not, that's what happens, like Baltimore and Pittsburgh last night. Win these head-to-heads, it's the difference of a home road or an away road to the playoff, to the Super Bowl. Tomlinson, first down.
You know, Mike, one of the keys to the Patriots' success, not just now, but in recent years, is the turnover ratio. And Tom Brady takes care of the football, and so do these running backs. They're +2 tonight. I believe they're +2, maybe even +3. But they win the turnover battle. They score 30 points a game, and they beat you, Jaws.
Yeah, they're +11 coming in, so although their defense was giving up a lot of points and a lot of yards, turnover certainly saved them.
Tomlinson carries to the 41. You were right, John. It's +2 here for the Patriots tonight. You talk about every coach emphasizes it. And Bill Belichick talking about the lack of turnovers. Only 9 turnovers for this team. Now 3/4 of the way through the season. Tied with Kansas City for the best in the NFL.
And that's unbelievable. You got guys like Danny Woodhead. I mean, Ben Jarvis Green Ellis has never fumbled the ball in his career. These running backs just got here. They're not even on the depth chart in training camp. And they don't fumble the ball ever. It's a credit to Ivan Fears and this Patriot football team.
He's the running back coach. Sanchez tied up, got out of it, now gets hit and incomplete. Jermaine Cunningham almost had another sack.
I'm just shocked that the Jets have not got anything done tonight in any phase, Ron. They struggled kicking the ball, catching the ball, throwing the ball, and stopping the Patriots. It's been all 3 phases dominant by the New England Patriots.
Well, it's obvious this Patriots defense had something to prove. Came in here tonight giving up just under 400 yards a game. They felt they were better than that. Tonight they proved much better than that.
They were terrible on 3rd down, Jaws, giving up almost 51%. Tonight the Jets have stopped them. 2 of 10 the Jets on third down tonight after the James Sanders interception. His third and his third.
Yeah, well, Mark Sanchez, I mean, that's an ill-advised throw right there. I know this game's out of hand, 38-3, but he had no right to try to squeeze that ball in there. That was just busted Sanders right in the numbers.
3 interceptions in the last 6 passes thrown by Sanchez tonight.
Well, there's Sanders right there on the left of your screen. I don't know where you're throwing that ball.
Now, you got to see that throw. There's your safety sitting right in the hook zone and throws it right to him. Had no chance to get that ball to Holmes.
Man.
Sammy Morris joins Green Ellis in the backfield. And the Patriots will keep throwing. There's Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis to the 22-yard line. Tough night for Mark Sanchez.
Yeah, 3 interceptions tonight, and you know, this is that maturation process a quarterback's going to go through. On the road, hostile environment, you can't make these kinds of mistakes. These throws will take your team out of the football game real quick, and this is one of those learning experiences that Mark Sanchez is going to have to go through. Defensive backs, linebackers, safeties, they'll read those eyes. Right now, Sanchez staring down the receivers. Patriots following his eyes to the football.
Green Ellis with the carry. Just to amplify John's point earlier on this New England offense, talking about Danny Woodhead and Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis. When you started to do the numbers game with the Patriots in the preseason, some wondered if Green Ellis would make the team. He's certainly one of the guys who had to prove it in the preseason. Woodhead didn't make the Jets. He was cut. So essentially, the 2 running backs who are playing the lion's share of the snaps here are guys who we didn't know if they would be in the NFL once the season started.
Well, look at the Jets on defense. I mean, the Patriots are substituting so many different personnel groupings. It's hard not only for the Jets, it's hard for me to match up here, Jaws.
Yeah, they're going to have a tough time getting lined up.
And Green Ellis runs, spot, and forward progress will be very close to the first down at the 18. The Patriot players were very confident with the extra time about their game plan. Now, everybody says that, oh, we got a great game plan. But Deion Branch and Brady, the guys who've been around here, really very effusive in their confidence about what they had in store tonight. And the matchups have been great.
You know what I liked about Tom Brady when he talked to us, you know, he had great respect for the Jets defense and Darrelle Revis and Antonio Cromartie. You know, he knew they were talented players, but he felt he could get the matchups inside. He liked those quicker guys. You know, when you look at Revis, you know, when you look at Cromartie, they like get in your face and be physical. It's hard to be physical against those quick darting type receivers. And the Patriots receivers did an excellent job tonight. You know what I also like, just before I interrupt you, Tom talked about after the game what he looks at, doesn't look at his own personal stats. He looks at the receivers and how he targeted them, how many throws went to each receiver. He really believes in that equitable distribution in the pass game to keep all the guys happy.
He's got 27 touchdown passes and 4 interceptions.
Fans wanted him to go for it on 4th and inches. They will, and then Green Ellis gets the first down. Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis takes it inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal for the Patriots. And we talk about this New England team and Brady and all the receivers, Belichick and the scheme and everything else. The guy's in the football witness protection program is this guy, Bill O'Brien. Nobody talks about Bill. He's the offensive coordinator, 12 years as a college assistant in the ACC at Maryland, Georgia Tech. Came here, and we know Josh McDaniels was fired today in Denver. When that happened, Bill O'Brien has taken over the lion's share of the play calling here the last few years. And Tom Brady has been very complimentary of the relationship with O'Brien and his abilities.
Well, people that are going to be hiring coaches are going to know exactly who he is. I want to go back, Mike. This Patriot offense hasn't been this balanced in the last couple years. And it's the hardest thing to defend. The more you do well, the further you will go in the playoffs. And right now I'm seeing New England run the ball inside, outside. Throw short passes, long passes. 2 tight ends, 3 tight ends. No tight ends. And Tom Brady's the quarterback. They've been unstoppable against a great defense tonight.
2nd and goal, and Green Ellis. Another one. 44 points.
There's not one person in America that thought this was going to happen. I mean, this is a one-back power play. I mean, watch the left guard. Watch Mankins pull and lead this one-back power off of 2 double teams, missed tackles, and just great finish. He walks in. He goes in standing, Jaws.
Yeah, Sebastian Vollmer, the right tackle, just blocking Jets into the end zone, 6 yards downfield. Give some love to this offensive line tonight for the Pats. They have been fantastic.
Some folks in New York are kicking back and saying, you know what? Same old Jets. Got to the big game and didn't convert. New England Patriots tonight, 9 possessions, 6 touchdowns, and 1 field goal.
That's good.
Yeah. 45-3.
That's my great analysis.
Thank you, Jaws. Jaws will be back for more next Monday night in Houston. Brad Smith runs up on it from the 16. Tackled at the 40 by Rob Ninkovich. 9:15 here in the 4th. Yes, they have proved it all night. The game and perhaps division-winning play. We'll see how it plays out. Sean Green, the carry to the 45-yard line. Well, the Jets in 1986 were 10-1. Came into a big game on Monday Night Football against the Dolphins. Got their doors blown off. It's the last time they trailed by 42 points. November 24th of 86. It started a tailspin. The Jets lost to the Rams, the 49ers, the Steelers, the Bengals. Backed into the playoffs. Beat the Chiefs. And then lost a double overtime game at Cleveland to the Browns. Carry by Green for a first down. I believe that was the game where Mark Gastineau in double overtime was called for a roughing the passer call, a late hit that extended a drive, and the Browns kicked the game-winning field goal to win 23-20. Somebody grew up a Jets fan.
Yeah. Mike Tirico.
I remember it well. Jets fans have been down that road many a time. Here's Braylon Edwards with the catch to the 33, and here's the Sports Center right now with Trey Wingo.
All right, Michael, thank you. Not the Monday the Jets were hoping for, certainly not the Monday Josh McDaniels was hoping for. Relieved of his head coaching duties in Denver, his team had lost 17 of their last 22 games. Running back coach Eric Stoodsville is the interim head coach, and Auburn quarterback Cam Newton leads the 4 Heisman Trophy finalists today. Let's go back to the game.
Okay, Trey, thank you. Jared Page with a hit on Sean Green inside the 30 at the 29-yard line. And you just talk about how quickly things change in the NFL. Josh McDaniels was the play caller and the coordinator for the best statistical offense, and the Patriots put up all those points in 2007. And they put up 36.8 points a game. Got off to the great start in Denver in the 09 season, 6-0. Only 5 wins after that. Fired here today. Dustin Keller a catch. Mayo brings him down inside the 15.
Nice job there by Sanchez. He saw the blitz, found his hot receiver. See if the Jets can knock one in here. Get Sanchez a little confidence, Jaws.
He's going to need some.
Cotchery gets hit. Devin McCourty wraps him up. You talk about that. This is only one game, and they'll still be 9-3. And you know the Patriots have tough games in the last quarter of the season, as do the Jets. But you wonder what will be the after effect of this game when you put a lot of chips into the table and the other guys pull them all to their side.
You know, Rex Ryan been around for a long time. He understands this game. He'll say, hey, we got embarrassed. We didn't play well. Give all the credit to the Patriots, and he'll get his team ready for next week. I think they're too good of a football team to fold their tents.
These are all tough games. I mean, the Jets have come in here. They just barely got by the Browns. They barely got by the Lions. There are no easy games in the NFL. A lot of football left to be played. Jets are going to have to lick their wounds and move on.
3rd and 5 with a 3-man rush. There are 8 covering and confusing Sanchez. Incomplete, looking for Holmes, covered by Arrington. And by the same token, the negatives that the Jets will take out of this, the positives this Patriots defense will take out of their effort here tonight.
I think that's a big thing for the Patriots. You know, their defense has been under the gun. Look at the coverage right there by Arrington, right on Holmes. But one thing about this defense, you know, they're young. Mike has said it a few minutes ago, 25 and a half years old, the youngest defense in the National Football League. This is the type of game, it's so much on the line. They responded in a positive way. This could just bond the defensive group together.
Tomlinson had to call timeout. Sanchez didn't see the play clock running down. Inside of 6. Clock can't run fast enough for the Jets. Adrian Gonzalez is introduced as a new Red Sox. It's a pretty good Monday in Boston sports. Patriots fans who have hung around on this bitterly cold night love to see them stop the Jets. We'll let you listen to them on 4th down.
Well, it's kind of interesting. 4th down, I know you'd like to score, but you decide on that situation to throw the ball to LaDainian Tomlinson, who lined up out wide when you had some other favorable matchups, but that's the way the night's been going for the Jets. Here, well, LaDainian didn't see it.
And the guy who's got his hands on the defense, Bill Belichick, thrilled. And Rex Ryan's been a very similar approach. And look, all night. Sanchez struggled against this Patriots defense. We talk about their youth, and we mentioned earlier that Bill Belichick is the defensive coordinator of this group. He is coaching the team in those defensive meetings during the week, with Fred Taylor now in at running back for New England. He returns off the toe injury, and there's no gain there. We talk about Belichick coaching the defense. That time that Belichick has had to spend putting together the defensive game plans kept him from doing something he's done with Tom Brady throughout. And that is looking at the offensive film together as they prepared for the games each week. You go back over the last decade of Brady as the starter, and he and Belichick would get together and watch game film and prepare so he could see what Belichick was seeing. They haven't been able to do it because of the defensive work Bills had to do, but they got to it in this bye week, in this off week, and Tom said it helped him crystallize the plan against the Jets.
Yeah, he said it was invaluable, and I could understand why. You know, as a former quarterback, you're so concerned about doing your job and running your offense. All of a sudden, you start hearing it from a defensive perspective, what they're trying to do, what their plan is. And Tom said, boy, it was good to be back with Bill and spend some time with him. They looked the last couple of games against the Jets, and obviously Bill gleaned some real good things off the tape and showed Tom.
Bill Belichick taught Tom Brady how to study film, how to study defenses, personnel. And he created a monster.
Yes, he did.
Pass is knocked down as Brady was pressured. Eric Smith knocked it down. We have a penalty marker, 2 of them back in the secondary. Brady and Belichick on their way to another win as a tandem together that will get them to 108, B107, I beg your pardon. And that'll move up to tie Terry Bradshaw and Chuck Noll. Second most head coach quarterback combo wins in NFL history. And trying to move in closer within 9 of Dan Marino and Don Shula, who have the all-time record for wins as a head coach and a quarterback together. So they will equal Bradshaw and Knoll here tonight.
Isn't it amazing, John, how a great quarterback makes a great coach?
Yeah. Well, great quarterbacks surely help, but those are some great coaches I saw those pictures.
You're right.
Jets had too many men on the field, giving the Patriots the first down at the 20. And it's Taylor for a couple of yards. One of the top 15 rushers in NFL history, Fred Taylor, who came over a couple of years ago from Jacksonville as a free agent, has been out with turf toe since late September, and another veteran to have around for the playoff run. He and LaDainian Tomlinson, the top active running backs in terms of rushing yards in NFL history.
Well, there's a man right there, Fred Taylor, over 11,000 yards, and they were tough yards. He earned every one of them. That's how Fred played the game, man. He was a violent runner.
Taylor tackled by DeVito. Mike DeVito, the stop. Go game.
You know the difference between one of the great quarterbacks in the world and the young quarterback? Watch Brady on his play action in the red zone. He looks where he wants to go with the ball, but his primary's covered. So he pulls it down. He escapes to his left. Guess what? Throws a touchdown pass. Similar play, Sanchez on a play action pass in the red zone. Doesn't have his primary receiver, but he forces it. He had time to push up, slide to his left, maybe look to create. But this guy has so much poise, so much vision.
So much experience.
Jealous. I'll tell you what.
It's incomplete.
A lot of people are wondering why Brady's in the game. I mean, 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. It's 45-3. And we said this a couple weeks ago. This guy loves to compete, and these are the most satisfying times there are. You work for 10 days to get a rematch with the Jets. Nobody's ever swept Tom Brady twice in one season, and he ain't coming off the field for anybody. This poor Hoyer, he may never get to play.
But we did see it practice. At least Brian Hoyer did get some reps in practice.
Joe McKnight, the rookie out of Southern California, caught the punt at the 31 and is taken out over by midfield. Sergio Brown made the stop. John, when we were talking during the week, Jaws, we were trying to capsulize. What's the key to the game? What's the most important thing? Go back to something you said right at the very beginning. It's a veteran team with a young quarterback and a young quarterback with a veteran team. And then we see what happened tonight. That veteran quarterback, the guy with the experience, got it done in a big game.
I don't think veteran's a good word for Brady. How about a veteran Hall of Fame, best in the business,
Super Bowl MVP, you name it.
The guy's unbelievable, and you got to credit him. He has really taken over this football team on game day. And Bill Belichick, you can't deny he's done a tremendous job with this young team as well, guys.
Sean Green's carry should take us down to the 2-minute warning here in Foxborough.
You know, this Jets defense is built on pass rush pressure. As we talked all night, they're a blitzing defense. If you can negate those blitzes, if your offensive line on your backs can pick them up, give Brady time, you can expose even great cornerbacks like Antonio Cromartie and Darrelle Revis.
In one of the big games the Jets have had in recent memory in the regular season, they came up empty. 45-3 in the 2-minute warning. Tom Brady had the maximum passer rating in the Thanksgiving Day game against Detroit, 158.3. He's had another outstanding night tonight with no interceptions, 4 touchdowns, and over 300 yards again. Continuing a stretch of multiple touchdown, no interception games. His passer rating tonight, 148.9.
When was his last interception?
John, it was over 200 passes ago, sir, on October 17th. 228 passes ago. Well, only appropriate on this night to provide this perspective. Most consecutive games in NFL history. 2 touchdown passes and no interceptions. Brady and former colleague Joe Theismann did it 5 times. And Don Meredith, on this day, we find out that Dandy Don passed away. NFL record, 6 consecutive games, 2 touchdown passes and no interceptions. All-American in college. Started with the Dallas Cowboys for most of the 60s, a couple of championship games that he was the quarterback in for Dallas. Into the Monday Night Football booth, and over a decade of great service there. And it's all saddened to hear that news of Don's passing earlier today when we got the word.
A very sad day, but those of us that are fortunate enough to stand up here and sit in the same seat that Don Meredith made so famous, it's an honor and a privilege. It really is. He was not only a great player, but what an analyst.
Dandy Don. It was quite an honor to visit with Frank Gifford at halftime as well, to share the memories of Dandy Don. And Dandy Don would have been singing "Turn Out the Lights, the Party's Over" very early tonight. Very early.
Singing that a while ago. What a great character he was. We're going to miss him.
The lights were out a long time ago in this one. Sanchez taking this to the end here for the Jets with Joe McKnight running. McKnight's had a couple of runs here. Tom Brady will win his 26th consecutive regular season start. That will break Brett Favre's record that he set at Lambeau. That is the all-time regular season record for an NFL quarterback. 26 straight wins at home as Tom Brady and the Patriots demolish and embarrass the Jets 45-3. The top team in the AFC at the 3-quarter pole. As Rex Ryan and Bill Belichick shake hands. The Patriots are 10-2. The Jets are 9-3. 4 games left. Be back for a quick word before SportsCenter.